Hello, everyone. Today is Wednesday, April 19th, 2023 at 9:45 a.m. So, probably about now, or maybe within 15 minutes or so, um, I might be able to get back on the Grandpre channel. So, I'll try to, when I'm done with this video, I'll try to upload the video onto that channel. So here's what happened. See, that shows that the majority of the people on my Grandpre channel are perps, and a lot of them, against my consent, went to flock over to my targeted by the PsychWorld backup channel and harass me on there. But I'm glad that a sad number, probably like 8 of my, 1,200 something of my supportive, I meant to say 8 supportive people from my, I'm going to rephrase that, 8 supportive people from my Grandpre channel. I'm estimating maybe about 8 out of, I'm not talking about you perps, I'm talking about 8 supportive people who care out of the 1,230 something subscribers on my Grandpre channel. Only a small, that's a sad small amount of y'all that care. But and then some people, I gotta hear that they want to say, well, at least it's better than nothing. I'm like, but no, I'm not trying to sound ungrateful. I'm glad that some people do care. But I'm just saying, this proves a point that, out of 1,230 people, I'll say that, about 10 or 15 of them are actually real and supportive. Ain't that sad? So I got 1,215 sock puppet accounts, perp accounts, bot accounts, troll accounts, and only about 10 or 15 people who actually care. So thanks for you few who actually care and been supportive and everything. Y'all know who y'all are. So this is what happened. I guess they were mad at me trying to, the perps were mad at me trying to make accomplishments and better my life. On my previous video on the Grandpre channel, it's like only 2 people gave me a thumbs up at the time, and I got 15 thumbs down. Basically, nobody wants me driving except 2 people who care, and nobody wanted to see me get my driver's license. So how come I didn't get that kind of backlash when I got my driver's license in Cincinnati, when I got my driver's license in Pensacola and all that? Excuse me. So but you have to have an in-state Texas license in order to get jobs, and also to get Well, I don't know if you have to have an in-state license to get jobs, but you definitely have to have it in order to get food stamps, Medicaid, and, well, whatever other services. So, food stamps, Medicaid, whatever other services. So, yeah, I'm about to go and lay down. So, as I said, it was a hard battle. It was a hard battle, a hard struggle to get my driver's license, but I got it. These ladies pulled strings for me to get it. Excuse me. So, and a lot of my perps that I have to deal with, they don't like me, but they will willfully subscribe to my channel and my videos, and they're mad because they're blocked. So the more they get blocked, that's the more hateful their comments and slander and threats and false accusations or whatever. Well, yeah, so then false accusations is slander. So so what happened was I had already left the DMV for the first time because I had difficulty getting all the documents together, and it was kind of a struggle because of my living situation. But I was able to get the license, and so I'm glad that at the Social Security office that I was one of the first few people, and they took me in right away, and I didn't even get the chance to charge my phone or nothing really. Excuse me. I didn't really get to. I mean, I did. I was able to charge my phone for like a couple of minutes. So what happened was, like the reason why my account got wrongfully striked last week was that because that that transgender Satanist from Cottage Cafe, from that incident that happened way last year, he waited until like a couple of days before last Wednesday when I announced that I have that $100 eligible, to cash out with my YouTube monetization. I didn't even realize he had still been stalking the shit out, stalking all my videos and stuff. Like when he get mad at me in person and tell me leave, I'm gonna call the police. But then, he would be like stalking and bullying me downtown. And then when I put him on film, he wants to be like leave, I'm gonna call the police. And then he would have his satanic friends to taunt and harass me, but they would start first, and then I put them on film, and then they're mad because they're being filmed, so then they want to call the police. So he waited, and he strategically waited. For me, the fact that I said, the fact that, I mentioned that my, that my channel, that I'm about to, get the first bit of revenue or royalties or whatever you call it from the Candy Grandpre channel. It was, I think, that Saturday or Sunday. or it could have been Monday, but it was a couple of days before April 12th that I said it. That it could have, I think it was that Monday night. In one of my videos, I said it. And so, I said I think that I have like $113, or was it $114.89 or so to cash out. And then I was at the counter at the Social Security office when I got the notification that that Cottage Cafe video from way last year, was taken down for quote unquote, violating community guidelines. So I was shaking, my anxiety was high, and then I went to try to appeal the video, and they rejected the appeal, and falsely said that I was the one, with harassment and bullying and everything. And I'm like, wow, y'all didn't realize what happened, what could have happened before. And I even try to explain that, they started with the harassment first, but so I figured that YouTube was in on it. So now that my channel is, the moment, it wasn't the moment I said, well, my channel is monetized. They left me alone. But it's like when the money start to really roll in, that's when they swoop in by surprise and get my channel wrongfully strike. Take an old fucking video. And that's what Starbricker did, to successfully get my entire first PsychWorld channel wiped out in like the beginning of December 2019, when she found out that I came back off the second strike from Chief Handler and all them making false reports on me and stuff. And then the moment I came back with the second, after the second strike, she took a 6-month-old video and swooped in and falsely reported it. And then, YouTube said I couldn't even get the channel back. I was deeply hurt because, on my main targeted by the PsychWorld channel, I was calling that PsychWorld Backup. But then when my first PsychWorld channel got taken down, the PsychWorld Backup channel, I changed it to Targeted by the PsychWorld. And then when she attacked that one and nearly succeeded at wiping that whole channel out too, then I had to change my leisure YouTube channel. I had to change it to Targeted by the PsychWorld Backup. And then that one got attacked by her, and she nearly succeeded at wiping that one out too. And so then I had to just use my Candy Grandpre channel. But, but I'll tell you this though. Oh, and one more thing though. The transgender Satanist had, what he did was he some kind of weird way went on my blog March 15th and got falsely some kind of way he falsely reported 2 of my blogs, and as I said, I was untouchable on my blog for over, like, let's see, it was almost a year and a half. I'll say over a year, because it was about a year and 3.5 months. So it was about a year and 3.5 months. So after that, I don't know how he was able to falsely report all about him. He all about himself. So he falsely reported two of my blog posts, you know, and they try to make like community guidelines, and I'm like, what? How was he able to get away with doing that, or get around to doing that? So then, you know, because I mean, it's like, why don't you stay your ass back in Pensacola? You know, leave me alone. So, but the strange part is, I don't know if it could be the fake Darnell Williams perp that's behind that fake T.I. perp account mocking me. And, because I talk about fake T.I. perps, you know, but I don't know if it was that J.E. perp or the fake Darnell Williams perp behind this account that actually says fake T.I. perp. And, you know, as I said, the transgender Satanist just wanted to hurt my channel and hurt me. You're rich. You got money. You got 3 jobs, at least 3 jobs, working at Cottage Cafe and, you know, a pretend wannabe security guard at one of those bars downtown. And also, you got your gang stalking gig, your gang stalker side hustle. So that's at least 3 jobs you got. And you're sitting here worried about a dog, you know, worried about destroying the life of an already ruined homeless person. You know, but that person, whoever's behind that account that says fake T.I. perp with the Louisiana fleur-de-lis symbol, they have footage, that exact footage, and this transgender Satanist is not going to get those videos taken down because he just wanted to hurt my channel. And if what you did was righteous, my channel would have never been striked and my videos would have still been up. But you want to destroy and hide evidence. But, you know, that person, whoever it is behind that so-called account that says fake T.I. perp, you know, it worked in my favor this time because I was able to retrieve the video footage. But I already told y'all and explained to y'all what happened, what he did. You know, that he was mad over a tip. And he just collected the money. He wasn't even my server. And he strategically chose August 22nd, 2022. I thought long and hard, and I'm like, wait a minute. That was the Satanic Ritual High Day, and that's why he did what he did that day. And they were trying to succeed at, I don't know if they were going to get me locked up in a mental institution or jail that day. But it seemed like that shit was pre-planned. And I didn't even know that he was going to blow everything, because that Friday before, you know, he tried to give me a narcissistic lecture for not giving him a tip and then say there's no excuse and try to say, well, you know, if you can't afford to tip, then you can't afford to eat here. Well, people are not allowed to be a regular guest. Or, I mean, so it's like, if the sandwich costs $9.95, why are you making a big deal out of a tip that would probably be $2? And he's like, we've been nothing but nice to you, honey. Well, you know, but I didn't disrespect y'all either. So, whoever's behind that fake T.I. perp account did, you know, he re-uploaded the videos without my permission. And then, but he just wanted to put me in a bad light and make me look crazy. You know, so I mean, I don't even know if the transgender Satanist, I don't know if he's prejudiced against black people, or if he's jealous because I'm a natural woman, a natural female. I don't know what the case is. I don't know if he's jealous because I'm a biological natural female. Well, all I know is he did what he did. He was nice at first, the first couple of times, but it wasn't even. I mean, he just wanted to pick a fight with me for an excuse to, and that's homeless discrimination right there. You started first with the prejudice and discrimination. And that was unfair for you to say you're nasty and you stink. When by that time I had been homeless on the streets, people didn't want to help me with hotel room, and I didn't have a place to shower because it was still, we were still having the aftermath of the C-19 thing, if you know what I'm talking about, which started 3 years ago. And so you know, and then right after was when I found out that the UWF pool was fully functional again and back to normal. And I went back going over there to take showers and swim just about. Well, I couldn't go it every day because the bus drivers were you know, were bullying and picking on me aggressively. So I couldn't even go every day. And they had, I mean, and then ever since he tried to say, "You nasty, you stink," everywhere I would go in public, like that abusive, narcissistic black female bus driver who would fraudulently and illegally drive the 59X. And it's like, when I would get on the bus after taking it swimming and showering at UWF campus, she would wait till I get off the bus. She would get an attitude and be rude to me. And then when I get off the bus, she would spray Lysol on the whole bus. And I'm like, I just had a shower that day. And so I knew it was a perp thing to do because I didn't like, so I basically went, I guess, 12, I don't remember how it was, but I didn't get a shower until me and my twin sister's birthday, which was 3 days later after the Cottage Cafe incident. You know, and I guess they wanted to have me locked up in jail or prison right before me and my twin sister's birthday, as their satanic ritual, because they knew my birthday was coming up. I didn't tell them, but the gang stalking network, you ain't got to tell your business. They know everything. But the old man, he wasn't that old, but he looked like he could have been in his 60s. He would drive around with one headlight in that Mazda CX-5 SUV. One LED headlight. And that was before the Cottage Cafe incident had happened. So it's like, as I said, the fact that he waited months to get the video taken down, he just wanted to be malicious and hurt me. The transgender Satanist, who's way younger than me and think he got high power and authority over me. And he's an abusive, harsh talking, abusive bully. And, so I had, I put up video footage of him connecting with the fake Darnell Williams perp. He connected with the fake Darnell Williams perp, and then I got audio footage of him threatening me. So the fact that he obtained my phone, the fake Darnell Williams perp had called him, and I got audio footage and proof of that. So you called me up, obtained my phone number without my permission because the fake Darnell Williams perp gave it to you, and he got my phone number without my permission. So you called me up and threatened me. But as I said, with all the harassment you did to provoke me to have a Tourette's outburst, and I was days of sleep deprived and didn't get to have a shower for 9 days at that time. And he's like, you're nasty, you stink. Well, it was summer and you don't even know me to call me nasty. It was summer. It was hot. August. And so, me not being able to take a shower, people didn't want to help me. And then for me and my twin sister's birthday, so I finally was able to get a shower. And then I didn't find out until, like the next week. I found out. And then they had this bus driver that was younger than me, and I got her on footage that when I started the cab driving job, and their gang stopped me with the cab driving job, and then, when I tried to take the bus to go to the cab driving job to go to work, there was a black ghetto female bus driver who was younger than me, and she tried to handle up on me and try to set me up to get locked up in a mental institution, because I went off on her because basically, like, I got tired of her, she would be one of the abusive bus drivers that would speed off before I could even sit down. And people want to talk about what's filthy and disgusting. Like, you didn't want me to spray rubbing alcohol just to simply sanitize my hands. And also, I would sanitize the bathroom too. Try to sanitize the toilet and stuff. I didn't mean no harm. But you waited, I think I already explained to y'all what happened, but I'm going to re-explain what happened. That afternoon, let's see, what day was it? I guess it was Friday, August 19th. Was that the 19th? That, when I felt shaken up, when he tried to lecture me about not giving him a tip, and he wasn't even my server. And then, that Monday, I came back, and he said hi. And then the moment and one thing, people with narcissistic personalities, they think they got the authority and the right to violate your space, get close to you, touch on you, and put their hands on your items. As I said, and the sleep deprivation makes my Tourette's worse. So, they basically judged me going off first. But people didn't care to consider what happened before that. Ain't nobody just gonna, film themselves starting trouble with you and cussing you out. What happened before that? Well, that morning, I'm sorry, I keep saying that morning. It was the afternoon. I noticed some strange signs before that. Like these ladies, I think they left their car door open on purpose and some other stuff. And so, when he told me hello, it looked like he was taking a break or something outside smoking the fake, crusty, dirty, satanic, evil cigarettes. And so he said hello. I said hi. If you didn't want me there, then you just should have said, well, due to the fact that you didn't tip me this past Friday, I don't want service from you here. I don't want you to come here and eat no more. But he is a worker there and delusionally believe he's the restaurant manager. The cafe manager. He delusionally believe he's the owner when he's just a worker there. And he's that fucking high on himself and very narcissistic. And he even said, my dining room. You don't own that dining room. Because you can get fired. You're not the restaurant owner. Is Cottage Cafe, is that your business? Are you the business owner? No. I was told that the business owner was that perp with the red SUV. I didn't even realize they were all gang stalkers. Well, that happened fucking quick. And I can count on my hands how many times I ate there. I didn't even eat there all the time. But, the Solo Cafe inside the downtown Pensacola Library, that guy, that man that works there, I put his ass on film too. I put him on film too when he, when I got into the altercation with him. So, then I think the security guard kicked me out for the day. And, didn't allow me to explain myself. I got all that on film. But that security guard, shortly after that situation, the security guard no longer works there. And they replaced it with people, and they changed the rules and laws around or something like that. They got rid of him and changed the rules and laws around and try to say, oh, we're going back to our old rules where you can't have big bags, you can't have that. I'm like, what the hell? So then everybody, like, even I went to one of my favorite restaurants, the Kalbi Ichiban place. They had the Hispanic guy treating me with prejudice and started harassing and picking on me about my bags. My big bag or whatever. And they're like, oh, but you have a black trash bag. But I've been carrying a black trash bag around. Since they kept on, I was homeless on the streets and had to carry around my sleeping bag everywhere because people kept stealing it. And I don't know if people were stealing it or if they just thought it was trash and threw it away without looking inside. So what happened was the transgender Satanist was it late morning or early afternoon on August 22nd, after he was sitting down, taking a smoke break, and he told me hello first, and I said hi. And before I knew it, though, he sped up. He got up and then sped up. He got up and sped up and he got up and sped up and walked all up on me, like trying to be threatening, frightening, and intimidating. And he was walking all up on me, trying to frighten and intimidate me, like he was close, but he was rubbing up on me, And then I opened the door, and then I didn't realize till as I opened the door, I realized he was all up on me, behind me, and then, and that's what I do everywhere I go. So then I, just sanitized my hands. I didn't mean any harm. And then and guess what? The alcohol, it sanitizes. And remember, I told y'all about the perps and their forced urination and forced diarrhea and all that. So, with the directed energy weapons. So I didn't have any way to change clothes, take a bath, nothing. So that was beyond my control and not my fault. So, I didn't have anywhere I could go to take a shower at that time. So then, when he walked all up on me and then started harassing me, and he just wanted to look for something and pick for something because he was mad because he didn't get a tip. But, if y'all can afford to, as I said, a time or two they would give a free item, or I think it was the second time I came, I didn't have to pay for my meal at all. And then the third time, if they would give me didn't charge me for the lemonade or something like that, or charged me for the rest of the meal, but didn't charge me for the lemonade. And so, you know, when he, so he tried to say, well, I knew he was lying. I knew he was lying and saying that he got numerous complaints about the rubbing alcohol smell or whatever. And then he started picking with and harassing me and tried to say, well, you know, and he got smart ass and with an attitude. And so, so then he started, you know, picking with me and harassing me. We got into it and we were arguing back and forth. And I said, you just mad because I didn't tip you I couldn't afford or didn't have the money to tip you last Friday. And so, you know, we went back and forth. And then next thing you know, I don't remember what he said to trigger me. But then, you know, I had an outburst, a Tourette's outburst, and went off. And then I started filming because I noticed the problem started escalating. And he started, you know, he was picking on and harassing the fuck out of me. Now, if you didn't want me to eat there because you were mad because I couldn't afford to tip you, then you should have just said, well, but I know he couldn't get away with his own discrimination. Or he just wanted to pick on me and maybe discriminate because maybe he didn't know that I was homeless at the time or something like that. So, like, I've had moments where, just like the lady at the at that AJ's Southtown place was, you know, it was 4th of July. She wanted to wait till that, you know, satanic ritual holiday when I was going there off and on for like a year. And I wasn't even intending on going there that day, but, you know, I would actually buy rubbing alcohol from that place, you know, to keep sanitized. So what she did was, you know, she waited until after all the customers left. And after the customers left, she was still doing nothing. And then next you know, just randomly out of nowhere, she switched into red shoes to wear or something. And then walked over to me and just started picking with me and harassing me and kicked me out of the place. And it's like, well, you didn't have a problem for over a year. Last year, you know, if I would, you know, you didn't say nothing. So how come you just wake up one day and I'm a problem when, you know, so I mean, it was a big, huge fly that was harassing and bothering me. Y'all know I hate those things. And I was trying to kill it and get rid of it. You know? And so, as I said, she didn't say anything when it happened. And she waited at least 20 minutes to come over and just start picking with me and harassing me. And I couldn't even put her on film, but I put her on film like after she kicked me out. So yeah, I mean, even when I was working at the at the Seville Quarter and go and shower at the YMCA before all that stuff happened, you know, so yeah, if you look at the profile, fake T.I. Perp, I mean, if you go to, you know, YouTube, search my name, and then go to, scroll down with all the slander videos about me, with the gang stalkers, including my own twin sister slandering me. She looked just like me. That's how you can tell. Talking about some even haters want to fuck. And she's part of the LGBTQIA rainbow, whatever, Luciferian community as well. And so, if you scroll down, you'll see a profile or an account that says fake T.I. Perp. And if you click on that and go scroll down, he got the videos, you know, in defense of the perps and making me look real crazy. But it's like y'all sitting there spreading my gang stalking evidence. Like the black male police officer who delusionally believes he's white or he pretended to be a cop, or maybe he was a rent-a-cop for the day or something like that night. And you know, they had a perp with one headlight, and the police officer was so busy harassing me over trying to fight to survive, you know, and he ignored and dismissed that one headlight when he should have went after the person driving around with one headlight, which is pretty unsafe, you know. But it's like everybody, they wanted me out of Pensacola, Florida. They would sick the police on me like dogs in Pensacola. And so basically, yeah, the transgender Satanist, he was trying to set me up that day, August 22nd. But I was confused because I like it was like 3 people there that dressed like Satanists, but the owner didn't look like a Satanist, and he had like all these so-called Christian Bible scriptures all plastered all on the walls and stuff. So it's like, if you got professed Christian Bible scriptures plastered on the wall, why do you hire Satanists for employment and even allow them to be so-called managers? So you know, shucks. I mean, it seems like people who are Satanists, sometimes they try to come off as the most fake friendly people. You know, I'm like, this is frightening. It's like, why can't Christians be so friendly? And when I say friendly, I mean friendly towards me. You know, I know we got to be cautious and watch our backs and everything. So we can't really let our guards down like that. But, you know, but Satanists, you know, why y'all want to front like y'all want to go out of your way to pretend to be friendly people, harmless do-gooders and everything like that, and y'all are some fucking deceivers. I mean, people who are satanic, or they got some fake nice people who practice witchcraft and they're deceivers. But they're going to hurt servants of God no matter what. You know, whether they're fake nice and smiling in your face and doing dirt behind your back, or if they just straight up assholes. You know, so he was the one who was acting like a Karen behind a tip. And I explained to him that, you know, somebody had donated me $20 that day, and I was going to split the $20 between lunch and dinner. And I explained that to him. That's all I had. So, I mean, I didn't realize it would turn into all this, that it started from, you know, you narcissistically demanding a tip. And then, you know, it's been several months later. It's been almost 8 months later, and you're still attacking me and trying to get me taken down. Who's the crazy one or the mentally ill one here? So I bet you he's not going to go on that fake T.I. Perk profile on YouTube and get those videos taken down where the ones that say, well, Candy Grandpre gets caught spraying rubbing alcohol. Like as if I'm sneaking and committing a crime or doing something I ain't got no business. No, I spray alcohol out in the open. And I don't just spray out in the open. I'm spraying my hands to sanitize and clean them. So you call me nasty, but here you don't want me cleaning and sanitizing. I'm hypersensitive to certain textures. So with the regular hand sanitizer, I don't like the gel texture that it leaves behind. So as I said, you know, you didn't say anything the first or second day. You know, you waited till after some time just for an excuse to pick on me. So that's what these people in Pensacola would do. That they would If they didn't want you there, they'll sit there and let you, you know, and sometimes they would just randomly nitpick at something, start picking with you and harassing you for an excuse to justify banning you because they don't want you there because of homeless discrimination. Remember what narcissistic whore Heidi did to me at what's that place? O'Reilly's? And I didn't even realize those O'Reilly skanks was a whole bunch of Satanists as well. They're a whole bunch of devil worshippers as well. You know, but due to my homeless situation, if I got banned from so many places and I could only, you know, eat at certain places, you know, now I'm free from that. You know, I'm like when I first got here, you know, I was eating at Dairy Queen, not every day either, but you know, no, I didn't eat at Dairy Queen the night I got here, but I think it was the next day or something. But you know, I ain't gotta eat at Dairy Queen. You know, so I'm settled in here. I don't have to really eat out, unless I want to. But you know, as I said, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday on my other channel, on my Talking About a PsychWorld backup channel, on that other channel, I had, you know, so I had, what did I say? Yeah, I kind of lost my train of thought for some reason. But, so yeah, I forgot. I lost my train of thought, so excuse me. So, yeah, I mean, I had a long, rough week, you know, with being, you know, wrongfully. I mean, I think that was the perk behind that YouTube appeals, that when I appealed, you sit there and you know, agree and defend with the transgender Satanists, and you sit there and you know, as I said, if you talk about gang stalking, you know, they then laugh and think, whoever's behind the appeals then laugh and think it's funny. But I have, you know, it was the night before last, I put up audio footage of proof of the gang stalkers trying to sex traffic. Audio proof of I was able to screen record with audio, and the gang stalkers trying to sex traffic me, and they obtained my phone number without my permission. So the transgender Satanist, he wanted to try to scrub away all the evidence, you know, try to get me falsely reported and pretend that he's the victim of harassment and bullying when he started with me. He was the one who started with the homeless discrimination, thinking he's better than me. How is it you live a perverse sexual lifestyle and calling other people nasty? The biological gay brother Martin used to do the same thing. Call me nasty and dirty at every opportunity. I be they just got out of the shower, and then he want to talk about, oh, you still stink, go back and take a shower, just to fuck with me. But Mark is just like him. And like when you see what you saw on a Cottage Cafe video incident, that's Mark all day long. Mark is just gay. He ain't transgender. But, you know, but as I said, if what you did, if you were innocent and in the right, you know, my channel would not have been struck down. And my channel would not have been struck down. And my channel would have been struck down, and I wouldn't have you know, my channel would not have been struck down, and I would have I would have you know, my channel would not have been struck down, and I would have you know, I can't even process my thoughts. You know, if you were in the right, then my channel would not have been shut down, and I could still been, you know, doing videos. So, you know, everything is so sensitive that, you know, me saying what I said, you know, I think I'm going to just put this on a Targeted by the Psych World backup channel, because I kind of don't even really trust putting this video on the Candy Grandpre channel. I really don't. I'm kind of scared to put this video on my Candy Grandpre channel, because they don't like the truth being exposed about them when they're so full of lies. They're full of nothing but lies. So what I'll do is I'll just you know, try to direct people to this video. And I have a right to speak out and say my piece. And you know, I have a right to expose what's been going on. But as I said, if I was lying, you wouldn't be trying to shut me down. People don't shut down a liar, but they shut down truth tellers. You know, they're pushing that, they're working harder to push LGBTQIA agenda on everybody for their Illuminati New World Order, Agenda 21, Agenda 2030 depopulation. Illuminati New World Order Luciferian depopulation. Agenda 21, Agenda 2030, Agenda 2050, 15-minute cities, sustainable development, ICLEI, ICLEI, and yeah, research it. Depopulation agenda. And the elite they're excited the elite are excited. They are very excited to destroy humanity, and where we can't reproduce or repopulate anymore. Because they're doing what opposite. They're doing opposite of what the Bible says by saying, you know, the Bible saying, be fruitful and multiply. And the Bible also says, choose life. When I find that out, I try to not be suicidal no more. And now I know that what this program is, I try to not be suicidal no more. But, you know, John 10:10 in the Holy Bible, it says, the thief cometh not but to steal, to kill, and to destroy. And people working for him do the same thing. And sadly, people in your church your pastor will steal, kill, and destroy, just like his father Satan. But that ain't no real Christian church. That's another Jesus, another spirit, which is Satan. A false Jesus being another form of Satan masquerading as Jesus, because Satan wanted to be God from the beginning. And narcs delusionally believe that they are above God. All your narcissistic abusers are gang stalkers, even if they're fake TI perps. All your gang stalkers got narcissistic personalities. So, you know, you wouldn't be trying to shut down something if it was a lie. But people punish the truth and call it, or they persecute the truth and call it a lie. They persecute the truth and call it a lie. So yeah, I mean, I feel rocky about trying to put this video on my Candy Grandpre channel. So I mean, but I got a lot of so much gang stalking evidence and proof. I got so much gang stalking evidence and proof. Too much proof for y'all to be calling me fake, and I don't perp nobody. I'm sitting here fighting for my damn survival. And I got this place, and the perps are more fucking mad. But instead of reveling in and basking in and with glee, yeah, how y'all say, with glee, and enjoying my place, I'm sitting here in this place, feeling depression. So depressed that I can't take a shower because of feeling so depressed. I don't even leave out of this place because of feeling so depressed because of what y'all been doing to me. Threatening my housing before I could even get there. Threatening my housing as I got here. And finding out, the perps found out where I live at. And they found out where I live at and brag about how they're gonna make me back homeless on the streets again. They lie and say Candy doesn't want to work, but then, the job that I applied, that I had the interview last week, it's all the way Wednesday. And I never heard anything back. I really think those perps that drove off from the job, it was a job with Cricket Wireless. I'm going to say it was a job with Cricket Wireless. And the perps were driving off before I could walk into the building. And it was a young Hispanic girl, young enough to be my daughter. And she said, she looked like she had her mind made up to not hire me. So, but then they want to keep lying and saying Candy is lazy and doesn't want to work. She's a pity prostitute. She prostitutes for pity. Pity, attention, sympathy, and money. And all she does is lay on her back in the hotel room and beg for money all day. Or she lazy and don't want to do nothing with her life or whatever. I try to write short stories, y'all shut it down. I try to get jobs, y'all shut it down. They brag about how they're going to find out where I work at and get me fired. But this is how they operate, though, that they can harass and gang stalk me all day. And then if I'm quiet and don't say anything, if I don't speak out, then I could be rewarded with keeping the home, the job, or whatever. But if I start speaking out, then, I got to get kicked out, banned. I hate that the perps fraudulently and illegally find out precisely where I'm staying at. That's not fair. And y'all invaded my privacy. So, yeah, I made the decision. I'm going to put this on my Targeted by the Psych World backup channel. So, I don't trust putting on my Candy Grandpre channel. So, on this channel, the Targeted by the Psych World backup channel, a few videos before, which was a couple of nights ago, I did the exposure of the sex trafficking gang stalking proof. 3 videos of that. And so, it's like and then the online perps are taunting and harassing me, and they don't even know what's been going on. But the perps love to commit fraud and play innocent and everything else. That's tiny little cottage cafe. I really was, I I didn't realize that, I mean, as I said, they appeared to be nice at first. And they're like, why all these Bible scriptures on the wall, but you hire Satanists? But I didn't have anywhere else to go because of that solo cafe. So ever since after that Cottage Cafe incident, I found out this other place. I forgot the name of it. It's this chicken place that I thought was cheap, and there was a Hispanic lady. I don't remember if she was Hispanic or Asian, and it was this cheap chicken place. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I thought this was a black-owned business. And so she had an attitude and was rude to me. That was my second time going there. But my first time, I was new to Pensacola, and it was black folks running the place. And it was some good food, good chicken. And I heard that the owner had died or something. And so then afterwards, it was some kind of chicken, small little fried chicken place. And then it was this Hispanic lady and that took over, or I don't remember if she was Spanish or Asian. And she was extremely rude, and the food wasn't even good. I think they raised the prices because that place used to be cheap and very affordable. And I forgot all about that, and I didn't realize that was so close by. So then I tried Five Sisters Blues Cafe. I ate there like once or twice. And they perked the shit out of me. Fake nice, but perked the shit out of me over there. So I never bothered to go back. They cheated me out of my food. And was giving everybody else 2 and 3 times more food than me. I'll try to see about the early bird dinner special or something like that. Or the special of the day or something like that. And they cheated me out of my food and stuff. So, but I'm saying, all y'all satanic gang stalking bastards, whether you're in the so-called fake Christian church, or if you're an outright devil worshiper, or if you call yourself agnostic atheist, or if you're part of any fake Mormon cult, Jehovah's Witness, all walks of life, all you gang stalkers go fry in hell. And fake T.I. perps, y'all too. Chucks, there's a chance I might go fry in hell. But I'm at least trying to better my life. Trying to make some improvements. Y'all ain't trying. Y'all think that y'all don't need change or improvement. So yeah, I mean, I've been like so depressed that too depressed to even leave out of this place, out of the house. Too depressed to leave out of the house, and too depressed to take a shower. Barely, I'm sitting here too depressed to even, prepare food and everything else. But good thing, I for the past, and it looks like I may not be spending any money today either. But today might be the day I have to go and take out the trash. I got to take out the trash today. So I woke up at 9:37. No, I didn't wake up that time. I woke up before 9:37. But by the time I got up to use the bathroom and I look at my phone, it said 9:37. Yeah, so they said that rubbing alcohol, that it cleans, it disinfects and deodorizes. That, I mean, like, and sometime, I think it was July or August of last year, I didn't have the money for a shower, and I had this infection on my foot so bad that it hurt, and I couldn't even move it. And it was like athlete's foot infection or whatever. And I sprayed the alcohol on it, and I had almost instant relief and healing. And so then I was able to wiggle and move my toes around again, and the bad smell went away. And you know how to be a homeless on the streets and can't get a shower. But later on that day, somebody had helped me with the hotel room, and I took a shower and rested, and I was wondering if it was part of the gang stalking setup when I would try to do laundry, and y'all make the entire hotel suffer just to prevent the target from getting to do laundry. That's how weird these people are. That you'll make an entire hotel suffer and not get to do laundry just because you don't want the one targeted individual to do laundry. Just like when I tried to go to Dollar Tree when I was staying at the Hospitality Inn, and they had a gang stalking street theater set up where they lied and pretended that they closed down Dollar Tree just because they didn't want me to shop cheaply there and get my groceries and get food to eat. So I was forced to go to fake Walmart and spend like 3 and 4 times more money. And they would taunt and harass me, talking about me wasting money and stuff. That's how they do. It's like if you try to go someplace cheaper and you ban from there, and then you go someplace more expensive, and then they say that Candy likes to waste lots of money, or Candy likes to spend lavish. And I'm not trying to do that. But y'all forced me to be cornered to have to make that decision. So, like, if you block me from taking a bath when I try to take one, and then you don't want me to take a shower, and then you say you're nasty, go take a shower, or y'all do something like manipulate the water temperature and won't allow me to have a hot shower, and force me to be tortured with cold water, and then be like, you nasty, you stink, go take a bath. Like, well, the stink could have come off if you would have let me have a hot, steamy shower and get rid of all those germs. Like at this place, I try to take a shower and wash myself, and I'm like, this is a fucking shame that the water is damn lukewarm. It's lukewarm. It don't even get piping hot. But when I wash my hands, it'll take a little while, but the water will finally get hot. Hot enough to be satisfactory. So so the perps want me wrongfully punished with cold showers and everything else, so it doesn't look like I'll spend any money today. So it will be 5 days in a row that I have not spent any money, and I haven't begged for any money either. So I'm gonna go for now. Oh, my left arm kind of hurts, and I'm gonna start my day.